June is, of course, Pride Month, a time to celebrate those who've blazed a trail in the ongoing fight for LGBTQ plus rights, and, of course, to acknowledge those currently making history.
Joining us now is the first woman and first openly LGBTQ plus member of Congress from Vermont, Representative Becca Balint. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Good afternoon.
And you are the first. You heard us just talk about that. So what does that mean to you? You know, we always say that thing, representation matters. Why do you think that is so important?
Well, for a couple of reasons. One, we make better legislation when the laws that we write truly represent all of America, including my community, the LGBTQ plus IA community. When we're not in those rooms crafting the legislation, then that's when we're not crafting bills that really protect our rights. And so there's that piece of it. But of course, representation absolutely does matter. And I was at an event last night and was talking to a lot of young people who said those exact words to me. You don't know what it means to me to see you in office, being proud, having you post pictures with your family and just normalizing our families. And that, of course, is a tremendous honor for me to be able to represent my community in that way.
The Equality Act, which would add protections for the LGBTQ plus community to existing federal anti-discrimination laws, has passed the House twice. It has stalled in the Senate, and I'm wondering why you think that is, and do you have hope that it will eventually pass?
Yes, it has passed the House twice under Democratic leadership. It is, we're in a really hard place right now with some of my colleagues on the other side of the aisle who have decided that they're going to drag us back to the 1950s. And so there's the piece about the Equality Act not being able to get through Congress, but more so I want people to understand there are amendments on so many bills that pass through the House of Representatives right now that have really mean dehumanizing language about the LGBTQ community. And so it's very important that we, within the community and our allies, stand up to this, because we are your neighbors, we're your friends, your family members. We need allies to also be very outspoken during Pride Month and all year long that we're not going to go back.
I have to also ask you about some of the headlines that are coming out of the Supreme Court this week. They had a decision, a unanimous ruling, upholding the access to the abortion pill mifepristone. What was your reaction to that decision?
Well, of course, incredible relief. It was clear to me that they didn't have proper standing. But look, here's what I want people to understand. This is a drug that has been on the shelves and was approved by the FDA nearly 25 years ago. So a quarter century of women being able to use this medicine to make sure that they have safe and effective medication-assisted abortion. And the fact that it even got to the Supreme Court shows you how committed the Republican Party is right now to not just have abortion at the center of the conversation, but also all reproductive health care, including contraception. And so, yes, it's a relief, but we still have so much more work to do.
So, this former President Trump was up on Capitol Hill yesterday meeting with Republican lawmakers. First time he's been there since January 6th. Now, a lot of your colleagues across the aisle outright blamed him for that day, and then yesterday not only embraced him, but sort of looked like they were just falling in line. Mitch McConnell comes to mind.
Yes, and it was sickening. It was absolutely sickening to watch this, because what happens when the cameras aren't rolling, when the reporters are not hanging around, what our colleagues tell us is that they know this man, former President Trump, is a danger to the nation, is a danger to the democracy. And then you saw all of them acting like sycophants at that meeting yesterday, kissing the ring. And so it's the apologists and the enablers that make me the most angry. They know better, they know what they're doing, and they think that we're idiots, that we don't see that when they lie for President Trump, we can see right through them. And I'm really hoping people will remember that over the next few months as they contemplate this election. This is not a man who can be trusted with the power in the government. We know this. And it was outrageous that he came to Capitol Hill when he has still not admitted that he lost the 2020 election, and he tried to overturn a free and fair election through an insurrection. It's outrageous.
Vermont Congresswoman Becca Balint, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us. Appreciate it.
Thank you, and happy Pride.
Absolutely.